fun fact. We're all about money. We're all talking about financial. And of course, we are the women of wealth. Tonight's question, and for those of you that are actually, this is participation. We want you to come off mute and we want you to actually give some numbers with us. We actually want you to participate with us. So as I said, tomorrow is Halloween. We know that is a billion-dollar industry where people literally spend money on all types of decorations. We're all about money. We're all talking candy, the whole festivity. So what I want to do is, with everyone here, I want you to participate. How much money do y'all think America spends per year on this particular holiday? On this particular holiday?
I'm gonna say somewhere in the billions.
I say a billion too.
It's definitely billions. So
give me a $1 billion industry. So I would say a $2 billion industry.
True.
Okay, we got $2 billion. Okay.
I'm Monique, say about $3 billion.
3. Okay.
I said $1 billion.
Okay. Anybody else want to participate before I actually give the actual number?
Watch, it's gonna be some ridiculously high number because it's these costumes are out of control.
Absolutely. iPhone or Bruce, either one of y'all want to participate to see what that number is? Stephanie, I see you're looking at
a couple thousand. I am so sorry.
Okay.
5 billion. Dang, what we saying? 5 billion. Wait a minute.
No, ma'am. Okay, last year it was $10.6 billion.
What?
Last year. So this year it grew.
Oh my goodness.
$12.2 billion.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
One holiday.
So you know what? That goes to show there is money out there. Oh my goodness.
Yes. So you're thinking on one holiday, but you got to think about the holiday is driven where their Friday parties, their Saturday parties. Because Sunday is football. A lot of people have football parties. So now it's Halloween themed football parties. And now that you got to think about it is Monday. So you got to think about all the school parties, all of the office parties. And now tomorrow is Halloween. So what they do is they do a big number. So that number becomes 12.2 billion with a B.
That is insane.
Wow.
That is insane.
One holiday. So mind you, when you walk into the Walmarts, the malls, and you see all the decoration and you're like, okay, sometimes we walk in late August and September where they've already start putting it out and you're like, okay, it's a little bit before October, but the costumes are out. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but there are stores where, for instance, they have temporary setups. Yes, just for Halloween.
Yep.
So the money must be right, good that I'm gonna rent out a whole building just
for 2 months.
Just for Christmas.
Yes.
Just for Halloween. Right.
For one day.
Halloween Express.
People are renting out whole business retail spaces for one day. That's crazy.
Yes. So one more little fun fact, and then we're going to get started because, that's what we do. We talk about money with the women of wealth. That's what we do. So an average household, which honestly, I think this number is low, or maybe I'm just overspending because this year I didn't participate. But normally when I looked at the breakdown, I was like, okay, this is what we're spending here and here and here. Okay, they're saying that the average household last year was $100 per household.
Yeah, that's about
okay. Mind you, we said it went up. So this year, the average spending per household is $108.
Wow.
So you're talking about money. So 108, and it breaks down to most people, which honestly, I think this number is a little low because last year when I did participate, they're saying the average spending of candy is about $31.93. decoration.
$20 bags of candy. I was like, what is that?
I was just going to say that. Last year, I know, honestly, when I was giving out the candy for the trick-or-treaters in my neighborhood, I know I spent at least, I want to say at least $60. So that number to me, now you're thinking about, if we're talking about the 108, that means my number 108 really increased by really what, 138, because I know I didn't spend that on candy.
Right.
Decorations break down to about $34.76.
Oh, wow.
Costumes. Now, this is where I know that number is low, because if I'm like I said, if I did any adult partying, and I had a child, most schools, Stephanie, I know you posted your babies. They were so cute.
We have full Halloween costumes. Well, let me tell you, this is such a crazy industry where even though we don't celebrate holidays, I didn't want my child to be the one that didn't have a costume, to have that bullying or whatever. So let's talk about how families are now, even if they don't have the money for costumes, they feel like they have to do it in order to include their families and stuff like that. So if they're fighting for regular rent, energy, whatever else, just imagine, your little 4-year-old, Mommy, I want to be a princess. Now you got to go get some $30 wings.
So what I want to do is, being that you did participate, this is what they're saying the average costumes were $36.84. You had two. You bought two.
Was 30. My baby was 20. I even got one. Mine was 15, and that was me being cheap. So I was already at $100 at the end of Walmart by the time I got the candy and the costumes for a day. I didn't want to celebrate anyway.
So absolutely. That's why I told you, I think that 108 is small, because there were people that participated that, literally that number. So the last number I'm going to give, which is very low, which honestly, I don't know anybody that sends greeting cards. And I know they're out there anyway. That number is $4.71. So y'all, those are the little fun facts. I hope everybody enjoyed them. We're going to keep doing them, because what we want to do is we always want to educate here. We always want to do some statistics that when you come, it's kind of like an aha moment. So now if you're talking tomorrow at the water cooler, you're going to be like, okay, I was on the Women of Wealth last night, and they said that the average spending of Halloween is about $108 this year. How did you participate? So,
did you know they do trunk or treat? Y'all heard of that yet?
Yeah.
Yes.
They do.
That's something new to me.
Yeah. They do it so in Connecticut, we do it a lot because it's safer for the kids, and then they're not going house to house. So they do it behind. So again, kind of going to what Stephanie said, people that don't, I don't really celebrate Halloween, but sometimes your kid, feels pressured to do it because, everybody's in school, they're having a party at school, they want to dress up, that type of stuff. So it's a huge, the fact of the matter, $12 billion is ridiculous. It's a lot. So that's why we come together. That's why we come to talk. We talk about finances, because y'all, when people say they don't got it, it's a lot of money out there. We just got to educate folks, on what we do, how we do it. And, that's the most important thing for me. Right, Steph?
Absolutely.
So one of the things that we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and get started with our conversation, because again, we like to have the fun facts. We like to talk about things. We started talking about giving a moment of silence for domestic violence awareness. And we have to remember that too can be a financial burden, because people might not want to get away, might not feel that they can financially get away, etc. So when we talk about all of these things, we talk about all the things that we have, we really actually want to talk about how we have a company that comes together where we show people how to get their finances ordered. Correct, ladies?
Absolutely.
Yes.
So we're going to start talking about it. But once again, I'm going to introduce my panel, because we already started having our conversation, but I would be remiss if I didn't talk about these beautiful ladies. So first of all, let's talk about Miss Monifa Bartlett. She is one of the best postal workers in the United States of America. Girl, say hey.
Hey, how y'all doing this evening? I'm excited for you to hear this information.
I got Stephanie Stewart on the panel, who is the best real estate agent in America.
Hey now.
You better hype your bestie up.
Yes, you better go. And then, of course, a special appearance tonight. You know, we had to have her. She said she came on down just to say, hey, this is our girl, Sandra, Miss Marilyn Monroe, the Beck's Test lady. And say, hey, girl, hey.
What we doing? What we doing?
So we are doing phenomenal. We are doing phenomenal. So one of the things that we want to talk about, we just want to kind of, you know, we like to have fun, as you guys can tell. We like to have a good time, but we also like to educate people. So of course, we're going to talk about our company. So our company is called Make Wealth Where, MWR Financial. And it literally is the place where lifestyle and legacy connects. Now, we talked about fun facts, but one thing that we all have in common, every single person on this line, I guarantee we all have in common, we either are employed or self-employed, we are business owners, we know someone who is an athlete, a rapper, or an entertainer, or we know someone who's rich, right? Can everybody agree with that?
Absolutely.
Yes.
So the one thing that we all have in common is we make some money some sort of way, correct? But
Yes.
another thing that we have in common is we don't all know what to do with our money. So I like to go through, and this is something that I like. I love doing this because when we talk about we don't know what to do about the money, someone on this line is in every single category. So like, for example, we're going to go with Monifa. Monifa, you are an employee. You are a federal worker. You got all them great benefits. Girl, talk about a little bit what you didn't know about money. Just a little bit about what you didn't know about money.
Oh gosh, I can't even talk about. I learned a whole lot, but I'll just point out this one thing. I didn't know instead of putting my money in a 401k, I could become my own entity.
Right. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. We have self-employed Steph. You know, I said this is when I tell y'all think I be joking. She is the greatest real estate agent. You know what I'm saying? She out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. She be tearing it up. Stephanie, let's talk about a little bit what you didn't know about money being self-employed.
Most definitely. Before I get into that, let me go ahead and give you your kudos because she didn't even say what her name is. Let's introduce Miss Tanisha Sanchez. She comes all the way up north in that Connecticut, so that she can go ahead and really share this information with us. But what I love is her energy and her positivity that really brings us all together. She is by far one of the most amazing state workers I've ever been able to meet, and I'm so glad that she's in my life. But now, let's go ahead and talk about self-employed. So I am a realtor. Yes, I'm self-employed, but I also have my own business because, you know, that's part of being self-employed. But being self-employed just means you own many businesses. Like now you have to do everything. So what I didn't know about money is how to get compound interest, how to make my money really keep stacking up so that I can pay my employees. So I can actually pay for business expenses. Because one thing they don't tell you, the more, well, they do. They say the more you make, the more they take. But now when you in that scenario, you be like, dang, IRS, come on now.
Exactly. I'm telling you, it's crazy. And then of course, I gotta bring Miss Monroe back because Miss Sandra Burton Harris, she is a business owner. She owns her own tax business. And when I tell you this lady is the tax person to the stars and the celebrities, she be killing it out there. So talk a little bit about what your people don't know about money.
So my biggest thing as a business owner, I would not be able to offer my employees the same information that Make Wealth Real is already providing to us. Even after going to school for 4 years and then additional 2 years, there were things that I didn't even know, even studying in the financial world. So like I said, Make Wealth Real right now is where the information lies. So I'm excited to be here. Can't wait to hear more.
I appreciate all that. So let me tell you guys something. We are the best kept secret. When I talk about MWR Financial, we offer an exclusive wealth membership and an opportunity for everyone that provides everything. When I say everyone and everything that people need to become wealthy and to stay wealthy. I mean, a lot of times people aren't having these conversations. This is why I love having this conversation with you ladies every single week because, you know, iron sharpens iron. When you talk to beautiful women who are doing their things in their lives and taking care of stuff, and not only that, but then they have a mindset of becoming and staying wealthy. A lot of people don't do that. So they are part of the best kept secret in MWR Financial. And so one of the things that we learned, I'm gonna let Monifa talk about this, is that there is private information out there. But Monifa, talk about some of the wealth building resources that we know that we didn't know about.
Listen, first of all, I'm excited to talk about this because knowledge is power, right? So the private information you need to succeed, full access to wealth building resources. We didn't know about positive cash flow, multiple streams of income, asset accumulation information, wealth protection, generational wealth, or education and implementation. We have to be able to know the information, but have people in place to help us implement the information. This is big, guys. Listen.
I'm telling you, it's huge. And what people don't understand or what people don't know is when we talk about all of these things, we're really talking about the brainchild of the person, of the people that I'm about to bring up. So I'm gonna let Miss Stephanie talk about this because right now you have to have a team. In order to get some information that you didn't know, you gotta have a team of people to give you that information. So Stephanie, talk about the team that we have that started this company, this phenomenal company.
Our team is phenomenal. We have over 100 years of experience, everywhere from Brian House, who is our CEO, all the way down. Hold on. Do that for me.
Oh, go ahead, Chandra.
Okay, great job, Tanisha. You're doing an amazing job. I just wanted to let you know. Like she said, right now, team. So by a show of hands, how many people need a team? I don't know about y'all. I need a team.
I need a team.
So the team you see right before you right now has 100 years of experience of combination. So like she said, Brian House right now, that is the owner. When he first created the company, he created a company with, now he didn't want to be on the golf course by himself. He wanted other millionaires, people to be playing with him. So in order to do that, guess what? You got to have the mindset. You got to have the money. You got to have investments. So of course, down from Atamo, Sonia, Jonathan Moore, and of course, Leisha Ross, combined, you got 100 years of experience. I don't know about y'all, but you know what? 100 years is more than my little, 10, 15 years. So we're gonna let them do it, you know? So like I said, we got a team. Make Wealth Real has a team.
We have a team. And I love the fact that we can say that because not a lot of people can say that. Everybody needs a team. So when we talk about the Premium Wealth membership, one of the things that we have a lot of resources in our wealth membership. We have to reduce our taxes, lower our bills, eliminate debt, restore credit. Because when you take care of those 4 things, when you lower all of those things, your income goes up, your investments go up, you're able to, get any of, investments and stuff. So one of the things that I like to talk about, and again, Monifa and Sandra both said it, they both have phenomenal testimony. So I'm going to let them tell a little bit about what our Premium Wealth resources have done for them. So whoever wants to go first, it's on you.
Okay, well, I'm excited. I'm excited to tell my story always. Tanisha, you're doing an outstanding job thus far. Thank you so much. Reducing my taxes. Well, when I found out that 1/3 of my money was going to the government, we know they're taking it, but what are we doing about it to get it back? This company, MWR Financial, have found the way to get it back legally, ethically, and morally. I uploaded my documents into the back office portal, and what they gave me was $1,006 back into my household per month. Okay, per month.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Why overpay taxes? We have to know refund means means again, and fund means your money. It's your money again.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. And Miss Sandra, talk a little bit about what you found by using some of these resources.
Absolutely. Absolutely. One of the things, like I said, I have right now about 20, going on 26 years. I know I'm telling my age or whatever, of financial knowledge. But y'all, before MWR, I had no idea on my credit. I had 35 open lines of credit. When I say open, meaning I had paid the stuff off. The merchandise was gone, but it was still on my credit as open lines. And one of the things that I always look back on, I had a Honda Accord back in the day. When I tell you that car probably, and this was just maybe a few months ago, I know I haven't had that car in at least 15 years. It was still on my credit with an open line. So I was actually able to use the restore my credit portion of the portal to go in and close all those zero balance accounts, where it took me maybe 10, 15 minutes. So who that's going to have a detailed report to make it easy to go ahead and take care of something that should have been done years ago. So
Mhm.
that part alone. So of course, I'm still waiting on everybody to do their work in the background. But I'm amazed. Like I cannot wait at least by the end of December to look and make sure all the 30-year accounts were closed. I'm not having that debt to income ratio on any of my credit. Like I'm literally, y'all, you know what that means? I'm ready. That's what we're doing. So yes,
Right.
it works. And all I had to do is guess what? Upload. Do a few things.
Upload.
It was
I love
easy.
it. And you
That's
know
all
what?
we
You
do.
know what I love about that for me is it excites me because I was also able to upload. So for me, I got excited because I was able to save some money on my taxes. I want to be like Monifa when I grow up though. I was able to get, some money back on my bills. But the phenomenal thing for me is I own a house, cars, and all that stuff. I have student loans. I was going to be in debt for 27 years. I'm going to be debt free in 10 years, and I'm going to be saving $127,000 in interest. And not only that, Monifa mentioned it earlier, but it was something that got me excited too, because it gives us the opportunity to become our own bank. So one of the things that we like to talk about is after we get all those things down and we build all your income back, get that cash flow back into your house, then we start talking about building assets. And because if you are not building assets, you aren't even on the road to wealth, right, ladies?
Absolutely.
Right.
So one of the things, this membership is phenomenal. We talk about it, all the time. So I know people are like, okay, that's a lot. I know that's a lot, right? I know that's a lot what they're talking about. But Stephanie, I know you had that. This is amazing because I have to take the time to say, as you can be a single mother doing the presentation, the baby come, we pick it up, and then you pick it right back up where we got it. So Steph, I'm gonna say because I saw you take care of that quick, that baby. She was so beautiful though. So that's what I'm saying. So I know people are wondering, like, okay, what is it? So Steph, tell them what we got going on here. Tell them what their investment is, because we're not using any other words tonight. We're gonna use the word investment.
I sure will. Let me
Absolutely.
tell you about having a team. A team means that when you can't do something right away, somebody else got your back. So thank you, ladies, for being able to take on that. Yes, I am a stay-at-home mom. I love being a stay-at-home mom, but sometimes the work just be working. However, let's talk about being able to reduce your taxes, lower your bills, all the things that you see on the screen, including getting into a home. We only have a monthly fee of $149.97 per month. You do not have to stay with this program for 20 years or anything like that. You do it for as long as it services you. There's no contract. Your spouse is included. Now, this also includes any adult one adult. We're not doing poly here. One adult that lives into your household. So if you are a mom and daughter, if you are a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever, we do take care of the household that way because we value you guys being able to come up together. There's so many divorces right now going on just because of finances. And we don't want your separations or your issues with the other person to be, I could have bought a house, but you got a bad credit score. So we go ahead and we take care of that with you by having a team to go ahead and help you guys out. And as well as helping us ourselves out. In addition to this, you are also getting that legal help. So if you do have any kind of issues, child support, IRS, whatever you got going on, student loans, definitely at least set up a consultation. The consultations are free as soon as you get started. At least say, hey, here's my situation. How can you go ahead and help me make it better?
Exactly. And to me, that investment of $149.97. Now you can look at all of these services on the screen. Anybody who's watching this, watching the replay, whatever you're watching, you're not going to be able to get one of these services for $149.97. So I love the fact that we have an investment of $149.97 that helps you bring your money up. Because again, think about this, all of the things that Miss Monifa, Miss Sandra and Miss Stephanie talked about. The average money that our company gets back just from the wealth membership is $2,000 per month. So think about that. If we're getting people back $2,000 per month and you're investing $149.97 per month, isn't that a deal that anybody would take?
Absolutely.
I know I would. I mean, I already did because we already on here, so I already did it. But, so we just got to talk about that because I'm telling y'all, this is amazing. Now, the next part, I'm going to have to bring Miss Stephanie back because I already told y'all the greatest real estate
of all times,
probably in the world. I don't know. We know that she's the best. We're going to have her talk about some of our flagship products. So we're going to talk about this one. Go ahead, Miss Steph.
Thank you so much. Now, one thing about me, I can tell you, I fell into real estate, but I definitely fell in love with it. One, because I do feel like buying a house is an asset for you to be able to accumulate wealth. It is a road to wealth, no matter what nobody says. But sometimes you don't have the right credit score. Sometimes you ain't got the down payment. Sometimes things are just funky, and sometimes you are ready already. What I love about our Keys to Home Ownership program is that it allows anybody to be able to fire their landlord. I'm not knocking landlords. I'm not knocking if you're a tenant, but who can agree that rent prices have gone up drastically over the years? Who can agree that all of a sudden rent is one way and then it's the other way? Who can agree that sometimes your landlord don't fix nothing? Who can agree that at no time can you say, Mr. Landlord, I'm not paying your rent because I got to go fix this toilet you ain't fixed, and now I got mold and water damage. Having a home is a way for you to be able to accumulate those assets, have that equity so you can use it for things like school tuition, like home improvements. I mean, if you want to do it for a vacation, great, but there's better uses of the money. Like, what if you can buy another property from this? So it's a way for you to at least get a seat at the table when we already don't have a seat at the table in some cases.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm telling, did she break that down? Because she is the best. When I tell y'all, she is the best. She broke that down. Y'all just don't understand. Y'all don't hear me though. She the best. So when we talk about those types of things, now we want to talk about being our own bank. So the one thing, I love the fact that we have a diversified cash flow account. We call it a DCA, for short, but it's something that I've actually participated in myself. Being able to put money away, it's like a savings account on steroids. Because if you put your money in the bank. I love when my mentor says this. If you put your money in the bank and you check your interest statement, it's probably 0.00000 and some numbers at the end. So that means that you are not getting anything. You're not really getting nothing on your money. And I guarantee that most people have the banks that chase you, the one that rhymes with bells. And then, you might have one that might have the word bank in it. So, you know what I'm saying? They all giving the same interest rate. But if you have a diversified cash flow account, you're putting your money in a savings account and becoming your own bank. So you're giving yourself the opportunity to save money and get a minimum of 4% interest back on your money. Now, Miss Sandra, girl, you got the big dog. So we're going to talk about the big dog that you got. Tell them a little bit about it.
Let's talk about this PRA, which we call the private reserve account. Okay, we know they tell you, go to work and go ahead and participate in a 401k, go ahead and participate in the pension or the 403b. The problem with that is when now you retire and you're on a fixed income, guess what? Uncle Sam gonna say, give me a little money. Give me, matter of fact, give me some money off that money. So I don't know about y'all. When I'm retired and I'm on a fixed income, I'm trying to pay somebody else uncle. He's not my uncle because he don't look nothing like me. I saw the pictures. He don't. He ain't
I want all my money. I want all my money.
He ain't that. He ain't that. So why not sit down with, like they're saying, an expert with our membership and allow somebody to actually explain to you the proper path to take when you do retire. Now, we're not saying that if the company is giving 2% that you don't participate. No, anybody's going to give you something, you get what they're getting. But this right here ain't that. So you do the minimum to get their money, but then come sit down with our expert so we can show you literally when you retire, now you're not paying that uncle person any additional money. Right. So once again, let's talk wealth. That's what we're doing. PRA.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. And also, Monifa always bring it in, because this woman right here, let me tell you, she done lived some life. So she can tell you some things and talk about some assets that grow in value. Monifa, talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Listen, because of this company, we are able to accumulate assets that grow in value. You ever seen a lot empty, bare, nothing on it? Then you come back next 2 to 3 months, 4, 5, 6 months maybe, and now you see a whole community, houses, stores. This is land banking. Land banking grows your money with land. We have bought these parcels out in California, Antelope, California, where we bought it at a low price because we bought it as a unit. Okay. And now we can buy it wholesale, sit on it, and sell it retail. See, the Olympics is coming here in 2028.
Yep.
2028. The Olympics will be out there. You have Kaiser Permanente, which invested in this area. You have what's his name?
Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett.
Can't forget that.
That's why we
Warren
need
Buffett,
tea.
Green
That's what I'm
Energy,
talking
all of them.
about.
Yes, he has invested in this area. So when those kind of moguls invest in the area, you know this area is coming up big, right? So we are positioned and we have members that have positioned themselves in the way, right? Because now once they're in the way and they want to come and build up on this land, God ain't making no more land, guys. So when they come in the way, or when we come in the way, they have to buy it from us. Wow.
Absolutely.
Isn't that
That-
amazing?
that's-
Wouldn't
that
you
right
want to
there
buy
is
land?
Crazy. That's crazy. So at the end of all that, you got to protect your assets. You know what I'm saying? You got to protect your assets. And so this is what we say, you know, my mentor says you got to live and leave a legacy, not just live it. And this is the part that blew my mind. Let me tell y'all something, right? We know a guy. You know, people always saying, I know a guy, I know a guy. We actually know a guy, because the one thing that you have to know and you have to learn is that you got to own nothing but control everything. So we know someone that can set you up with a complex trust. Now, what does that mean? Most people think, oh, I got a will, I could do that. No, a will is not going to help you live and leave your legacy. You need to get you a complex trust. I know people have heard of the Barack and Michelle Obama Foundation, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, all of the foundations that you hear about, you know, the Sean Carter Foundation. Those foundations are for people because they are building and living their legacy. And it's not because they have money, it's because they have the knowledge. So you can get you a business trust that feeds into your family trust, that gives you that foundational trust that you can leave for your kids and your kids' kids and your kids' kids' kids. Let me tell y'all something. I got to share this. Yesterday, I was at a birthday party for my grandmother. She turned 90 years old. Under that roof, there was 5 generations of us. 5 generations of us. It was my grandma all the way down to my youngest little cousin, right? 5 generations in one room. Can you imagine what that does for your family when when they just know who you are, when you're the great grandma? Because that's a lot of grace. I know, you know what I'm saying? And to me, it's crazy because you just don't know how it felt to know that we're actually doing something. My family is huge, but to know that this right here is something for my family, it was amazing to me yesterday, and it fills me up so much that I was actually blessed to find this and all of these beautiful people around me. So I just had to share that because it happened yesterday, and it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. So now we're going to talk about, you know, the fact that we want to talk about being promoters. So now we talked about how to build assets. We talked about how to get your money back into your household. So now we need to talk about how we make money, because at the end of the day, it's all about making money. So let's go back to Miss Monroe. Miss Sandra Burton Harris, talk a little bit about how to make the money.
So you always want to ask for the money, right? So we know we told you that the membership was $149.97. Okay, all of the amazing services. But what if I told you, okay, if you wanted to tell some other friends and family about the good services that you're using, the wonderful PRA account you just opened now that when you retire, you don't have to pay Uncle Sam. Would it be okay if I paid you just a little bit of money? Would it be okay that you can verbally tell somebody or promote it or do any of those things if you did that? Would it be okay? What if I tell you that now you actually, by being a promoter, you can actually have a home-based business that will give you additional tax write-offs of stuff you're already using, spending money on. So now you get all the benefits. You get to be able to pair it with a home-based business. You be able to get tax write-offs with stuff you're already spending money on. For one-time fee, just a one-time fee. Everybody say one time.
One time.
How much did we say that they spent on Halloween candy?
12. Oh no, on candy.
It was
per household
on candy.
100,
on the
$108.
$108.
So what if I told you just for $100 you can be a wealth promoter?
Come on.
You just spent $108 on Halloween. One
You better
time.
say that. You better
So
say
instead
that.
of doing Halloween this year, what if I tell you, come on, be a wealth promoter? And then I tell you about now using that $100, we can make you more money. So when
Mhm.
Christmas and Thanksgiving comes, guess what? You're gonna pay that Thanksgiving meal anyway. What if I tell you now by doing that meal and having someone like myself or Miss Sanchez or Monique or Stephanie come and do a presentation for you, we'll be able to write off that meal. You was gonna buy the turkey and the dressing anyway, right?
Yes.
That's
So
right.
by being a wealth promoter, that's what we do. We promote our business. So this year, Thanksgiving, it's going to be a little different. We're going to be talking about trust my assets. We're going to be talking about now getting out of debt. We're going to be talking about now uploading your bill. So now instead of you paying that $160 to T-Mobile, let me show you now, maybe we can get it down to 115. So is that okay? Is that okay? Just
Better
for
say
$100.
that.
That's
Better
all we
say that.
So that's wise wealth. That's what we're talking about.
That's what I'm
So-
talking about. So remember, she said it. She said it. It's $100 and a $100 one-time fee, and you still get the same $149 a month. So that $100 and the $149, you still get that every month. Which to me, like she said, you gotta spend that money anyway. Let me tell you something. That to me is amazing. So Stephanie,
Yeah.
I know that in real estate, you gotta be a promoter, right?
Yes. And any business you do, you have to promote, you have to market. I don't care if you're doing Avon, I don't care if you're doing Walmart, I don't care if you're doing Target, McDonald's, all of them have commercials to promote their business. That's just what they do. What I've been able to find is that TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook are becoming all promotion platforms. These promotion platforms means as you're scrolling, when you was thinking about buying a new refrigerator, now all of a sudden they got ads at the bottom for your refrigerator. Now all of a sudden, it's one of those things where being a promoter is $109 trillion industry. And let's get one thing straight. The financial industry is the number one way to become a millionaire. So who's going to say, we say things like, oh, I will have great credit if I just have more money. I will have so many things if I just had more money. So now we showed you how to go ahead and get more money to accumulate the stuff that you want. Because a lot of times credit only goes down because you didn't pay the bill. So if we give you the money to pay the bill, we can do that. As a 1099 employee, as a 1099 worker now, you're able to go ahead and have these bills become expenses. As a regular person, regular W-2, the fee you was going to pay, the gas you was going to pay, the rent you was going to pay, the energy you was going to pay, all the bills you were going to pay anyway are bills. When you have a home-based business, they're now expenses. This means you can write off this stuff off. Not saying write off all your income, because we still want you to buy that house. Shameless plug. However, don't write off everything, but write off enough where now you're comfortable with your money coming in as a baseline income. You don't have to pay as much in taxes. And then if you go ahead and wrap all that stuff up in a complex trust, like Ms. Tanisha was saying, now you're going from that 30% tax rate down to a 0 to 5. So there go your money right there. And I would definitely say it's worth the $100 one time because you're going to do the 149 anyway.
And Stephanie,
Exactly.
you know what? We're promoting anyway. I don't know about y'all, but
That's okay. We're doing it anyway.
Okay, so I did this weekend. I went here this weekend. Oh, look at this food. Look at this plate. What I did. So isn't that promote?
Yeah.
That's promoting.
So when you go out and you went to Ruth Chris this weekend, I don't think Ruth Chris is gonna send you a check and say, thank you for posting your meal. Applebee's. None of those. They're not gonna do that. Oh, I got a beautiful outfit from wherever. They don't send you a check, but guess what? This ain't that. Let us pay you. Let us pay you. You're doing it anyway, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, since Miss Monroe, since you're already talking about it, let's keep talking about it. So since we're talking about we're gonna get paid anyway, right?
Right.
We're gonna get paid anyway. Talk about some of the ways that we get paid. I know we get paid a lot of ways, but we, obviously we can't go over them all. But talk about a couple of ways that we get paid.
Right. So one of the ways we get paid automatically, I just told you, okay, you have a friend and they want to sign up. Guess what? We're going to pay you for that. All right. Keep going. So once you sign up, if you keep going within that 30-day window, guess what? We're going to give you another bonus. We're going to give you a momentum bonus because you did it with urgency. Can everybody say urgency? We like speed, right? Success does what?
Success loves speed. That's right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Also, what we're going to do is we're going to give some performance bonus. And most of all, one of the ones I really, really like, I got my eye on it, is that beautiful ring. It was like 2 Mondays ago, Cookie got on here, Judith got on here and showed us her $1 million ring. It exists.
Yes, she did.
Everybody on here, it exists. We see it. We saw it. So why not wait? Come on. We want to be able to give you, we want to be able to show you all of the ways you get paid. You're going to, you know, if you come aboard like Miss Sanchez, Monifa, and Stephanie, we're all here because guess what? We are the women of wealth, and we like what we do. So absolutely, there are several ways.
Absolutely. So now this is the screen. So I love the fact how you broke that down, because it is so many ways to get paid. And I know when we go to work, because, you know, I have a job. My job does not pay me 7 different ways. They pay me one way. I clock in, I clock out. If I don't clock in, well, you know, state job. I still get paid. But still, you know how that goes. Some people don't get paid. But this is the one that I love so much. And I love when Monifa talks about it, because Monifa is a dreamer. And when she talk about it, I love it. So go ahead, Monifa, talk about it.
So listen, this is MWR's compensation plan at a glance. Listen, if you get excited about what you've heard, and you told a neighbor, and you told a friend, and you told a cousin, guess what? 1, 2, 3. 3 people decide to join your team, and an outside customer that just wants the membership will get $5 a day to your bottom line. That might not be enough. That might not be a lot to some of us, but it can pay a bill in your house. Somebody, can it pay a bill in your house?
Yep.
Well, all right. Well, once you do that again, you repeat those steps, and those 3 people get excited. And now that mushrooms into 12 people. Now you're at $20 a day, $600 a month. All right. And once you reach this point, if you look over to your right at the performance bonus eligibility, you are now opened yourself up for $300 a week. So anyone on that team of 12, get one person, a total of 6 people in that week, you will get $300. So let's fast forward here. Those 12 got excited. Oh, I got $300. They started telling Sue, John, Jane, and Bill. And now it's at 36 people. Now this is where the beauty begins. Okay. You're now at $50 a day, $1,500 a month. Now you open up that window for that infinity leadership bonus. Now you're getting $30 every time someone joins your team, plus that $300 a week, right? Because if it's growing at that point, then you're going to get that $300 a week, right? So everybody, listen, we never have enough money until we need it. Yep. Think about that. We never have enough money until we need it. Listen, you go through this compensation plan, you look at it, find your number. Find your number. See, those were just the first third of this compensation plan, but that's some good money. Maybe you want some great money. You go down, you can keep rinsing and repeating, sharing and getting excited, because if we stay excited, we'll never be broke. Trust me.
Amen.
Okay, you go on down, 300 a day. What could you do with 300 a day, ladies? Gentlemen, what could you do with 300 a day? What Mr. Bean is getting $1,500 a day, and he's pushing to that $3,000 a day. He's making $45,000 a month, ladies and gentlemen.
That's crazy.
Look at his infinity bonus, $110 every time somebody joins his organization.
Yeah.
This is phenomenal money. This is athletes' money. This is professional boxers' money. We just ain't got to get hit upside the head. We just got to build unity. Yes, build unity, become one, right? Share, invite, tell a friend. And let me just add one more thing. I had a consultation with Cord Brunner, if anyone know him on the wealth side of this. And when he asked me these questions, I said, oh, my Nelly. He said, where is your money going? How long is it gone? Woo! What time is it coming back? And what is it doing out there?
Wow.
See, if you don't have a relationship, you know where your money's going, when it's coming back, what it's doing. You don't know anything about money, like Tanisha said at the top of the hour.
Yeah, we gotta talk.
That's why she made that statement so clear, because we don't know about money.
Right.
We have to have that relation. If you're not asking yourself those questions, I don't know what questions you're asking yourself. Take it away.
I'm telling you. So before I go away, let me go back. Take a screenshot real quick. Everybody who's out there, if you're watching this, take a screenshot. Like Monifa said, find your number, because everybody got a number on this. Find your freedom number. That's your number that you need. And if you can get that number at your job, fantastic. But I know that there's people out there that are looking for this number, and we got that for you. So go see the person, like we always say at the end, get back with the person who invited you. So we know that there's two types of financial information. We know that there's public information, and we know that there's private information, right? The public information are people that are just earning a living. 95% of the world has that information, and they're struggling financially, and they're working past retirement. It's just ridiculous that people that have retired from a job 36 years, 48 years, 52 years have to get another job because they cannot sustain the lifestyle that they need. But we are on the other side, that 5%, where we want to create a lifestyle. So we want to be able to accumulate wealth. We want to keep it, and we want to pass it on. So at the end of the day, there's a decision that we have to make. But first, let's talk about some of the real members that we got. I think Miss Stephanie mentioned it earlier, so I'm going to let her tell it. Stephanie, let's talk about these people on the slide.
Woo!
You on mute.
Oh.
Y'all ain't hear none of what I just said. That's okay. Thank you so much for y'all going ahead and do that. But yes, now let's go ahead and wrap it up, because let's talk about what we actually have been doing. So what we actually have been doing is Charles and Judith Ivory, they lost their job 3 years ago due to COVID. By them losing their job, them joining our program, them being able to utilize our service, they were able to become 100% debt free. They were able to buy land. They were able to eliminate their taxes by 95%. So now they are that 0 to 5% in that trust fund. That house in the background is a house they built from the ground up. Now imagine not having a job 3 years ago, being completely dead on broke, and then being able to find something that was able to get your number so A1 that you not only were able to buy a home, but you were able to build your dream home.
That's
and
amazing.
In addition to Charles and I, right? Like I was like, let me get on your plan right quick, because for me it's inspirational. Judith Judith and Charles has a commercial property. Yeah. So many people are talking about, I want a condo, I want a house, I want whatever. Very few people can say, I got a commercial property in addition to my dream house, in addition to some land. They're accumulating those assets. In addition to Judith and Charles, we then have Gerald Parker. Let's talk about Gerald. Gerald lived in his car. Gerald didn't have nothing, but he was too. And the thing is, when Brian House came to him and asked him, hey, I got this great program for you, go ahead and do it. He straight up, not saying that he was trying to lie, but he said, I don't have it. As a 50-plus-year-old man, he didn't have the 150, he didn't have the 250, but he knew that it would go ahead and project his future. When I tell you, he found a way to come up with that 250, he came up with a way to come with that 150, whatever he needed to do ahead and get a part of this organization, because what we are is we're a positive people that are really striving to do better. We are people that are trying to get out of the rat race of everything else is going on, and we don't have any more excuses left because we got stuff to do. At the end of the day, we got kids to feed, we got things to do. But he was able to go ahead and get $10,000 a month residually. Some people don't even make that on their salary. So if you get $10,000 a month coming in every month, how better is your life knowing that you can wake up knowing that the mortgage is paid, the energy is paid, the water is paid, it's food in the refrigerator. And I say this all the time, when I joined Make Wealth Financial, I wasn't in the best place. I just wasn't. I say every time that I went from poverty to abundance. And that's not necessarily to sell y'all nothing, because your finances does not necessarily directly reflect me, but it's something that made me stop crying at night, because I had something to be able to protect me and my assets and my children. So take it from Judith Ivory, take it from Charles, take it from Gerald Parker, take it from the ladies on the screen. Just really go ahead and say that we are living examples of a product that works, period.
Yes. Absolutely. And so at the end of the day, it's just a decision that somebody has to make. You have to make a decision. Do you want some of what we offer, or do you want all of what we offer? Because the decision is, you can either become a wealth promoter like the ladies on the screen and say, okay, I want to make some money as well as get my finances in order, or you can just get the membership. But you have to make a decision. And so when we decide, again, it is the $149.99 a month, if you just say, you know what, I just want to get my finances together, I want to get my stuff together so I can, make wealth grow for myself. Or you can do that one-time $100 investment. If you do the one-time $100 investment, then you can help other people as well. Because when you help other people get where they want to get, you automatically get where you want to get. So the thing is, you got to make the decision, get back to where you want. Now, here's the thing. This same conversation is happening. We just told you what we do. In about 10 minutes, we are having a training call where you can learn how we do what we do. So if you're interested in learning how we do what we do, get back with the person that invited you and let them know that you're interested in hearing more. If you were not able to get on this call when we started, because I know that, we started a little bit early talking about our fun fact, etc. Miss Sandra was talking about the ladies that have a ring, how she wants to get that ring. Here's the thing. There is a conversation tonight at 8:25 p.m. with the first ladies of wealth. And when I tell you these ladies are making money, you got one that got the ring. You got all these ladies that are making phenomenal income. So if you missed any part of this conversation, if you want to hear it again, if you want to listen to if you have any additional questions, or you just want to, you feel like you need a little bit more information, just go on ahead and get back with the person that invited you to the call this evening. Let them know that you're interested. And remember, it's exclusive. So you got to get back to them because they have to give you the sign up so that you know where to go. But if you want to hear more about what we're talking about, we have a training coming up in 10 minutes. And if you want to listen to some more phenomenal ladies, let us know. But ladies, I just want to say, is there anything that you guys want to say? Because I just want to thank y'all for being phenomenal, for being wonderful. I love the purple. I love Miss Monroe. You got, child, I'm just overwhelmed right now.
Listen, is Anita Patton available? Anita Patton?
Miss Anita, auntie.
Is she out there? Are you available?
Oh, she might be busy.
She might not be available, but you probably have to check her out on First Lady of Flow tonight at 8:25. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be phenomenal. So like
8:25
Tanisha said,
Eastern Standard Time for you guys who are out there not in the same time zone. 8:25
Yes.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
Flow will be going live on YouTube as well. So go ahead and take a look at those phenomenal women, as they are some of the $1 million residual ring earners. So if you want to get that millionaire ring status, learn from the best. Learn from the ones who are going ahead making that money so they can teach you how to do it too. But we will see you guys later. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.